Hey guys, Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing, and today is an exciting one. I'm getting ready to head up to East Harbor State Park Campground for the Buckeye Kayak Fishing Trail East-West Harbors Tournament. So this is always one of my favorite tournaments of the year. I love fishing East Harbor, and a whole bunch of people get up there and camp, so I get to see a bunch of buddies that I haven't seen in a while. It's going to be a great weekend. I actually took Thursday off work this week so that I could drive up on Thursday. I usually drive up on Friday, and with the late start I usually get from packing on Friday morning, Friday rush hour, oh my goodness, by the time I get there I am grumpy and tired. So I took off work Thursday so that I could drive up on Thursday at a leisurely pace, and then I have Friday to pre-fish. Got to figure out where the grass is on East Harbor because the bass are always relating to the grass up there, and then the tournament's on Saturday. So gonna get going. My car is so packed full because it's a 3-night thing, so I had to bring a lot of firewood and a lot of stuff for the kitchen, but I'm gonna make it up there, 4-hour drive, and I'll see you guys up at the campground. My poor car is so stuffed full, but I'm almost there. Well, I'm all safe and sound in my tent after a wonderful night of campfire and tunes with the buddies, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, I made it up to the boat ramp, getting kind of a leisurely start today because it's just practice day, and I wanted to let it warm up a little bit, enjoy sleeping in a little bit because we enjoyed the campfire last night. So now I'm going to go out there and hopefully set up for a good day tomorrow. Well, it's going to be a gorgeous day up here on East Harbor of Lake Erie. It's going to be a lot warmer today than it is tomorrow. And another thing that's going to change is today the wind's from the south, and tomorrow the wind's going to be from the north. So, it's going to be chilly. But that actually brings up one of the points that I was just pondering. So someone told me a couple years ago that when the wind's from the south, it kind of pushes the water out of the harbor and makes the fish behave as if you're in a lake where the water's dropping. And then when the wind's from the north, it pushes water into the harbor and it makes fish react like the water level's going up. So that's something to keep in mind, that, you know, where I can't really go where the fish are today because they might totally change where they're staging tomorrow. But what I can do today is try to figure out what the water temp is, what the grass looks like, because it's May 19th right now. And so I didn't know what I was going to come up to in terms of grass growth for the year. But I'm sitting in 5 feet of water right now, and it's solid grass up to about 2.5 feet. So when the grass grows thick like that, the way I understand it is the bass don't necessarily want to be right in the middle because that's not where the action is. They want to be right on the edges of the grass, because picture that grass line, the open water right there is kind of like a, you know, a traveling highway. It's a good path. And if the bass sits in the grass, you know, right here, and then this fish is just tootling down this little path, and the bass just jumps out from the grass and gets him, like a good ambush point. So he's hiding in the grass and he's all comfortable and safe, and then little fish comes toot along, bam! So I need to take a second to correct myself. I've been saying the name of this rod wrong. So I got this rod from Brandon Palmer, Little Miami Outfitters. It's a really great rod, and it actually took over as my chatterbait rod because something about the way it bends just keeps the fish on there. I really like it. But I've been calling it Proteus, and Brandon let me know that's not how you say it. I think it's Proteus. Proteus. Yeah, I think that's it, Proteus. So, and he just came out with a new line of rods called Nearus. I think that was it, Nearus. But it's P-R-O-T-E-U-S, Proteus. But Little Miami Outfitters, they're really great rods, and hopefully this one with my chatterbait will be doing most of the work, hauling in the giant bass and maybe some really fun giant pike this weekend too up here at East Harbor. 15-incher in practice. All right, practice fish number 2, 15 inches. So I've totally changed areas, but I'm throwing the same chatterbait as I was out there. But I didn't want to fish that area anymore because I'm just pre-fishing, so I changed to a totally different pattern. Now I'm fishing a riprap breakwall. Practice fish number 4. This one I switched over to using that square bill and threw it along the riprap. Totally different technique, totally different spot because I don't want to beat up on the fish. And I just did it out of curiosity, and wow, it worked. Very cool. I saw him like do something on the surface, and I threw my chatterbait just past there, and I like kind of jerked it right there, and he just nailed it. Wow, I've never done that before. Alright, if it was a tournament, that would be fish number 5. Check this guy out. So this was really cool. I saw him kind of like boil on the surface, and I threw my chatterbait just past it, let it sink, hopped it once, and he just nailed it. So fish number 5. So far I've caught 4 fish on this Seaman Evergreen Jackhammer chatterbait, and I think it's a gizzard shad. So it's like almost white, but it's got a little bit of silver, and I've got it paired with a 4-inch high-tech Easy Shiner trailer. I usually use a pearl blue and red shiner, but I thought with it being so sunny today, I would just throw on something sparkly and see what happened. So that's what's been working so far. And then my other fish was KVD Strike King 1.5 square bill, the hard knock variety in their bluegill color. So, gotta love a good square bill to the rocks bite. But I think he's getting ready to spawn. I'm going to put him back. So I'm going to wrap up my pre-fishing scouting day today and get back to camp. My buddy Kevin's coming in tonight. He's my campsite buddy for the weekend, and it is steak night tonight. I'm going to try to cook strip steaks over the fire, so this should be challenging. We'll see how it goes.
You already got all the walleye out?
It's 120 in a minute. Compare them.
No way. Oh, you just got the cheek stuff?
All right, I appreciate it. All right, you guys
Any
have fun
special
tomorrow.
place?
You want to keep it away from the registration numbers, somewhere that'd be obvious. Oh, you wanted one as well, sir?
So now it's 5:44. I've traveled to my starting spot and I'm just waiting for lines in to happen. It's kind of remarkable to me that a couple years ago this would have sent me into a total panic, like coming out kind of in the dark by myself. No one else turned this way, came down to this part of the lake, and I'm pretty calm about it now. Just a little bit of thoughts about the giant lake monster coming to eat me. But I'm getting used to this, I'm getting better at it. There's a little progress, that's encouraging. Now I just need to see progress on finding fish. While looking up the lake, I can see along this edge of the harbor every boat from the tournament. I can just see their lights lined up along that shoreline. Oh, maybe I'm making the wrong decision here, but I'm not gonna fight them for position or for fish. I caught fish down here yesterday. I'm gonna start down here, give it a try, and if I don't get anything in like half hour, 45 minutes, I'll make a move. He's little, but fish number one. Fish number one for the day, 13 inches. Hopefully the smallest of all the fish I catch today. Number two, 12 and a half. All right, fish number three, 13 inches. I need them to get bigger, but I'm really thankful for any fish. He's better. Fish number four, 16 inches. Quick. Okay, fish number five, 14 and a quarter. Woohoo, I got my limit. we're back at camp hanging out, and it is taco night.
Good thing you didn't try to lip it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's about.
But no, the difference is that.
Well, it's Sunday morning and I'm all packed up, the car's loaded, but I have a tradition here up at East Harbor and I can't leave without stopping to check in on gorgeous Main Lake Erie. So I'm down here at kind of the public beach access, and look how nice it is. It's calm today. It would be a good day to get out there on the main lake. But I've got a 4-hour drive home, so I got to get moving. And when I get home, I got to figure out what I have for video footage for the weekend. So my GoPros were just a big mess this weekend. I run a front GoPro and a back GoPro, and I connect the GoPros to the app, the GoPro Quick app on my phone, and they did an automatic update at home. Well, it turns out in this update, there's a bug that if you run it without a battery, like I do so I can connect to external power, it just says it won't run, there's not enough power. And so first my front GoPro did that, and so I got a battery out, and I put the battery in, everything was working fine. Then my back GoPro did that. Well, I don't have a second backup battery, so I was just running with the front GoPro, and then my front GoPro announces that it has corrupted the SD card and I've lost all my footage for the whole weekend. So I used to be really careful about changing SD cards every day in case that happened, but I've gotten complacent because I haven't had a corrupted SD card in a while. So tournament wrap up, I ended up somewhere in the middle 50s out of about 77 people, and I'm really disappointed about it, but I did get my limit. So I got 5 fish. I actually got 6 fish, so I actually got to call one, but they weren't big enough. Like, everyone caught fish. There was only a few people who didn't get like a full limit. So if you grade on that curve, I didn't do very well, but I'm always going to celebrate getting a 5 fish limit, and I'll just have to figure out how to adjust and keep the bite going. What happened was in pre-fishing, I had found them on like these sporadic grass flats, and I was taking a chatterbait and kind of like fan casting and just hoping that, you know, I would run into a fish out there, because I couldn't really figure out where these little patches of grass were, so I was just sort of casting like this, and it was working really well. Worked in pre-fishing all over the place, worked in tournament a little bit in the morning, but then the bite died and I didn't make an adjustment. So after pondering on it last night, I decided that I should have gone to a swim jig, which would have come through the grass and done the same thing, only been a little bit more of a subtle presentation than the chatterbait. And then I should have gone to something like a Texas rig, like big worm or creature bait, and kind of tried to drag that around a little bit. So hindsight, at least I know an answer of what I could have done. Like, sometimes I don't even know, and it's really frustrating. But I think those are my adjustments I should have made, and I'll learn from that, and moving forward, I will be more prepared with plan A, B, C, D, E, and F. I only had A and B this time, and when that didn't work, I was kind of stuck. But I want to say thanks to Strictly Sailing Kayak for always being such a great supporter of me and the kayaking and angling community, and sailing. They do sailing stuff. Thank you guys so much for always being there for us. And thanks to the Buckeye Kayak Fishing Trail for running the tournament. You know, these guys are all volunteers, and I really appreciate them doing the work to put on the tournament so that I can go out and have fun. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and all the encouragement. So I had a really cool comment the other day from someone. I'm sorry I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but he said he hadn't seen my videos in a while, like a couple years, and the difference, he said he saw a difference, like I was getting better. And sometimes, like, when you're in the middle of this, you don't see the progress, you don't see the improvement, you just see the frustration. And that was cool. That was cool to see, like, from an external point of view, there has been progress and I'm getting there, but I just wish it was faster. I'm just gonna try to work harder and get better faster. So I had such a good weekend this weekend, and I'm excited to see what's next. So from beautiful Lake Erie, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the water on the next one.